It's time to visit the future! Come with me as I show you the attractions and rides of Tomorrowland! I'm Maxwell Glick, and this is How to Disney. Walt Disney said that Tomorrowland gives you an opportunity to participate in adventures that are a living blueprint of our future. Walt Disney's vision is still alive today. The first thing I do when I come to Tomorrowland is get a fast pass for Space Mountain. Not only is it my favorite ride, but it is one of the most popular rides in all of Disneyland with one of the longest waits. So pro tip number one, go get a fast pass immediately. There's a 45-minute wait. Return time for fast pass though, 3 o'clock to 4:05. Perfect, let's do that. Space Mountain fast pass acquired. Let's go wait in line for something else. Behind me is Star Tours, the Star Wars ride simulator where you can go on 54 different ride combinations. That's right, you could ride this thing 54 different times, have a different experience each time. Let's go ride it! Uh-oh. You never know what could happen in line for Star Tours. The inside of the Star Tours line is actually really cool and really interactive. Take a look.
That last oil bath really did the trick. Why, I am positively radiant.
Security is a very serious business. I do not have time to joke around.
Got my 3D glasses on, it's time to board. So much fun. All right, well now I gotta go ride it 53 more times so I can experience all 54, right? A really cool fact about Tomorrowland is that many of the plants here are edible. These are little green peppers. Edible, amazing. Edible cabbage. All edible. If you need to make a salad, just come to Tomorrowland. Welcome to Autopia, where you get to drive your own car around a track and all ages can do it. This actually is one of the original Disneyland rides that opened on July 17th, 1955, and it's the only original ride that is in Tomorrowland. This is such a fun ride for all ages, especially if you're a kid, because when you're a kid, you always really want to drive so badly, and you get the chance to do it right here at Disneyland. What color car am I gonna get? What color? Looks like I got the brown one. Look at that beauty. And it's time to drive. You shouldn't drive while you're filming or film while you're driving, so I'm gonna stop. And I'll see you at the end. I remember when I was a little kid and I went on this ride, I was so bad at it, even though there's a track. It was so bad. My dad had to take over and steer it. All right, well, we've done Autopia. Now on to the next. When you get off Autopia, right to your right, is the Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. This ride was a repurposing of one of the rides that came here in 1959, the original Submarine Voyage. They repurposed it in the 2000s to make it Finding Nemo based. Imagineers used 30 tons of recycled crushed glass to paint the coral and the rockwork in the lagoon for the Submarine Voyage. Yeah, 30 tons, it's amazing. When this ride opened in 2007, you could not even get in. It was crazy. The lines were out of control. The lines are still long today, but let's go ride it. Well, that was fun. Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage is great for all ages. You do go underwater since you're in a submarine, obviously, and if you're a little claustrophobic, it might not be the best thing for you. Just keep that in mind. It's incredibly designed. The Imagineers did such an amazing job on this ride. Does anything say Tomorrowland more than a monorail, right? I mean, when you look at it, it just looks like it's from the future. Still, today. Welcome to the Jedi Training Academy, where young Jedi Masters can master the Force and become Jedis themselves. You gotta be 4 to 12 to do this, so I unfortunately can't do it. Maybe if I shave. This is Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, where you can fire a laser from a cannon and defeat Zurg. You would think after going on it for hundreds and hundreds of times you'd be good at it, but no, I'm actually atrociously bad. Let's see what kind of score I get this time. He's just not gonna award it to me. I know, that was bad. What's your highest score on this ride? The only time I ever got a high score is when the ride stopped for a moment and I could just shoot the thing over and over and over again in a great spot. Because the key to this ride is you gotta shoot at the targets that are worth more points. There's a whole thing about that if you want to. I'm just bad at it. so don't ask me for that. Okay, I'm in line for one of the classics, Astro Orbiter. This is the ride you see when you enter Tomorrowland. So it's so iconic. You gotta go on it when you're here, right? We're getting ready to blast off. I'm flying! Astro Orbiter is kind of scary. Speaking of scary, it's time for the ultimate Space Mountain. Let's go.
Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride.
Yeah, it is. Space Mountain is the ultimate Disney ride. Space Mountain was created in 1977 and to this day still holds up as the best. I got my Space Mountain game face on. It's time! It's the best! When I leave Space Mountain, I have such a rush of adrenaline. Woo! It's so dark, you don't know where you're going, you can't see anything except for stars. It's amazing. I love it. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the rides and attractions of Tomorrowland. Now I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite ride when you come to Tomorrowland? You know, mine's Space Mountain, obviously. Wearing the shirt. Any excuse to wear my Space Mountain shirt. I love it. Like, subscribe, and I will see you next time on How to Disney. Have a magical day, everybody. Star Wars baseball, Star Wars football, Star Wars Crocs. So right behind me is where you can customize your own lightsaber.